Curators.
Hardcore.
Hello there YouTube, this is J5276 and you're watching the Curators of Hardcore, the first in a series of videos where I talk about some of the rarer, collectible and more valuable items in the world of sort of hardcore techno, Gabber, Speedcore, breakcore, possibly Frenchcore, and lots of other stuff ending in core. And as you can see, the first one is the Deathchant Tin, as it's known. It doesn't have a title as such. It's generally known as the Deathchant Tin. I got that one there, you're seeing in front of you, off eBay a few weeks ago for about £30 from a seller here in the UK. I had one years and years ago that I bought from a shop in America that I sold on for not a great deal of profit, but I finally managed to get another one. It is complete. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. Basically, it was released in 2000, somewhere around the time of Deathchant release 21, around that time, the Micropoint EP. Certainly everything on the vinyl and the CD that's inside is from Deathchant's the early ones, up to release 20. I don't think I'm just checking the track list now. Oh yeah, the Ripper is on there, so it's from the very first releases. So I'll open this now, and I'll show you what you expect to find if you're buying one of these, and what to expect if it's complete. So just bear with me. It's a bit dented, so it doesn't open straight away. It's in either what is a cake tin or the kind of thing you hold a film reel in. I'm not 100% sure, so I'll just put this out in front of you so you can see it. So what you'll actually get in there is a shaped piece of foam to hold the keyring, which I'll just grab now. I'll give it a close up. So you get Deathchant keyring, a happy grinning face on both sides. You also get the No Mistakes Allowed CD in a double CD pack. Track list is there. I will link to... oh, there's my reflection, there's me. I will link to the full track list and full information on Discogs, as well as sort of information about sort of the going rate for it and the sort of past sales. I'll get onto that in a moment. So you get that. You also get this here shaped piece of thing. So if you haven't got this, it's not complete. You get the sticker, and you also get the vinyl. So that's whatever it takes with Radical Digital on. The 10 Inches of Death, as it's known. So that's the nearest this sort of package has got to a title. The vinyl I've got is more or less in mint condition. Doesn't look like it's taken, and as I see, you'll get it in the little sort of plastic thing. So that's the original packaging as far as I know. You also get then another piece of sponge underneath, and then shiny. So that's the whole shebang in there. Absolute bargain, as I'll go into shortly. £50 plus postage. So I'll just pack all this up. So it goes in there. So as you can probably see from the underneath of the tin, that's what it will look like originally. Unfortunately, as I'll go into shortly, the Deathchant tins are becoming very sort of stained, and that's, I mean, mine's starting to rust at the moment. So I'm looking into sort of improving this one. I don't know, I'll give it a polish, maybe I'll paint it or something like that. The black, that mark there is just off the packing tape that was stuck to it. I know, but it's no biggie. I'll get that taken off. So as I was saying, it's not stupidly rare in itself. I'm looking at Discogs now. There's how many of them are there? There's 10 of them up for sale. But if you actually go into the Discogs sellers at the moment, which I'll supply the link for. The top one is John Destroy, who you've probably bought off at one form or other, especially in the UK. He currently has 1,235 items on my want list. So yeah, bought him regularly. He's just selling the vinyl, and not the tin, not the CD, not any of the extra bits. £15. That's just for the 10 inches of death. You've got the next guy under is a guy from Israel, and you'll see for yourself. He's selling he's £16 the record only. He says, I have the tin, but it's almost completely rusted over, and I don't even want to touch it. If you really want, you can have it for whatever the postage costs, but I hope you get a tetanus shot, or you're going to end up with lockjaw from handling it. So there you go. The next person actually selling the whole thing is Kevg, another UK seller. £50 for the whole lot, and by the looks of it, the tin is in the sort of same condition as mine. I'm looking on the sales history on Discogs, going back this time, June 2009, so at time of recording, almost exactly 3 years ago. Somebody sold a mint one for £150. That was 3 years ago. Sorry, pardon me. And I'm looking, there's people selling the vinyl on its own for £20, £25. Somebody selling the CD for £15. So if you want the CD or the record, and the 10 inches of death record does appear on eBay on its own now and again. Usually people selling sort of individual auctions of lots and lots of Deathchant, as people do, especially in the UK. You're looking at £15, £20. Now the complete set, £50 upwards. I got a bit of a bargain on this. I don't know what the seller did wrong. Whether these seems to be easier to get bargains on eBay. I think a lot of people have deserted to Discogs for whatever reason, but that's a story for another time. So yeah, that's what you'd expect to get in the tin, in terms of it being complete and everything. So I'll. That's about all there is to say about that, really. So as I say, I'll post a link to the Discogs page. You probably already know it, but I'm sure there's people out there on YouTube who don't use Discogs or aren't particularly aware of it. I'll show you. I'll give you a link to all the various people selling that. I'm not selling my copy at the moment, so this isn't a sort of promotional thing for that. But what I will do is link you to my sales on Discogs in the video description. You can have a look at that. You can send me messages, abuse, whatever you feel like, and you can have a look at the sales history there. Oh, you'll need a Discogs account to look at the sales history. There's a capture thing there to type in. It's 2 words. I think you only have to get one right, but to have a look at the sort of the detailed information for past sales, you will have to open an account if you haven't got one. So I hope there's been of any of use. If you have any questions about this or anything relating to hardcore or anything you see in my collection, which I'll also link in the item description, let me know. This has been J5276, and this has been episode 1 of the Curators of Hardcore. Thank you very much.
Curators.